Good luck to you drivers. Marshall's ready. Driver's ready. Down and quiet. Here we go, down and away, and it's Jared Tebow. Your TQ that gets the advantage off the line, but already they're almost side by side. Mayfield cuts back to the inside through the step-up section. Don't know how they didn't touch. They may have barely. Mayfield did not get turned, and now it's Tebow. Marshals have to wait for everybody to go by, and look at this. Tebow coming from back of the pack when he was just first. So we were just talking about Ty Tessman starting from that number 12 spot and wondering if he could make his way through traffic. And now we have to think the same thing about Tebow. The fact that he's one of the best drivers at any given moment, maybe the best driver on the planet. I think he can definitely work with 45 minutes. But the problem is these guys are so fast that a lot of times they're on the same pace. They're on the same lap time. And so to be able to pick a spot to make the pass sometimes is treacherous. The leader on the track right now is Ryan Mayfield. So team associated with that inside move through the step-up section on lap number 1 puts him as your leader. And we've got Elliott Boots in the Kyosho working in the number 2 spot. Moving up onto the backside, Mayfield and Boots. Associated, and now a problem for Mayfield on the right side. Unable to get the juice and up and over onto that step on, step off. So Mayfield kind of cases on, and now it's Boots out front by 2. Cody King, world champion, 2010, sitting third quick. Ryan Cavalieri, Carson Warnemont in the top 5. Then Tessman all the way up to 6th. Mike Truey 7th. Drew Muller, Dakota Fenn, Jared Tebow. 1:45 in, 43:15 to go. The big one, the finale in Pro Buggy. Love it. These guys are so amazing. When you're here in person, absolutely stellar what they can do. I remember back to about 2005 at the Nitro Challenge. It was about my first time meeting Joey and being able to attend the race. And I remember guys like Drake, and back then he wasn't even running Losi because, well, Losi didn't have an 8 scale. But I remember Joey had this huge rhythm section in the middle of the track, and those guys were just skying the triples. Double, triple, triple, and I remember these guys just flying through the air and the sound of the engines, the smell. And I was definitely hooked for the Nitro Challenge. I'll be here every year. I don't know what capacity, but I will definitely be here. It doesn't matter where it's at. These guys are motivated to get a championship here. Some have not. First time to the Nitro Challenge for Elliott Boots, and he's leading out. And even though he's from Europe, I can only imagine the prestige that he thinks goes with a title, such as the Nitro Challenge. Boots rides out. The problem on that right side, kind of got off track on the right side triple, but he still leads out over Mayfield. Mayfield looked quick through that little hairpin 180 before the 5-pack section. We'll check out this lap. It looks like Mayfield a little bit quicker here. Last time by was 3.7 between the two. Looks like about 2.7 this time. Boots by the line with the 38.5. Mayfield by the line with a 37.7. 2.8 the difference exactly. Boots around the peristyle through on that left side, left to right up over that shallow tabletop, over the step up, and now a battle for third developing now between Cavalieri, King, and Jared Tebow. Tebow shuffled all the way back to 15th. Remember, on lap number 1, he went right upside down in the dead area over there between the step up on the left and the roller coaster just to the right of that. And the marshal had to wait for every single car to get by before he could get over to Tebow. So Tebow has regained the top 5 and is trying to move his way further forward. Up onto the back straight, away we go. Cavalieri coming off the back straight, right side through the cradle. And now Cavalieri, a mistake. He goes tumbling out towards pit lane. So it's now Cody King that picks up that spot. Jared Tebow sneaking in, and now Cavalieri an outside move into turn number 1. That Kyosho for Cody King slid the back end out wide, and that put Cavalieri right to the inside. I got a couple Kyoshos right behind the associated of Cavalieri. And now going tumbling, it looks like it is King on the right side triple. So Cavalieri now by about a second on Tebow. Now Tebow upside down. And to the inside goes King. They're almost side by side, moving up under the option. Elliott Boots upside down now, and that's going to bring a competition of Associated versus Kyosho a little bit closer. They're within a second of each other now on the front side step up. Backside through the rollers, Boots in the white and red, and now he makes a mistake in the 5-pack, and it's Mayfield to the front. So a former champion, Ryan Mayfield, white rims, signature colors there for Mayfield in the black wing. Working the right side, through the cradle, jumping by the start-finish line, 5:20 in. That time by for Mayfield, a 38.2. Elliott Boots a rough lap here, a 45.7. Last time by was Cavalieri, and this time by Cavalieri still in third, 6 back from Boots. Cody King with a 39 flat, makes up time there on Tebow, passes, and it's King now 4th and Tebow still 5th. Carson Warnemont, Mike Truey, and Renault Sevoya, that's 6th, 7th, and 8th. Josh Wheeler, Drew Moeller, Ty Tessman, Adam Drake, and Dakota Fenn, that's 9th through 13th. Then Fisher, then Dylan Rodriguez. Looks like Rodriguez off the track early. Bad luck a couple times in a row, 2 nights in a row for Rodriguez. And Elliott Boots looking like maybe a problem coming in. Oh, broken right rear. Boots off the track. He was lightning quick, but Elliott Boots will not be the champion this year, 2013, but I sure hope that he makes the trip back next year. It was absolutely a blast having him. Thank you so much for making the trip. You made the Nitro Challenge that much better. And we focus back in. Here we go. Ryan Mayfield, your leader now. And it's going to be Associated 1 and 2, I believe. Working on the right side through the cradle jump there. For a bit. And there is Cavalieri, a 38-1 in the white, yellow, and red. Yellow rims, black wing. Qualified 7th. Wears car number 7. Jared Tebow up into the top 3 now. Tebow a couple times up there in that little hairpin section, carrying so much speed that almost traction rolls. So he's picked the right tire. Just can't overdrive or it's going to go traction rolling right off the track. The thing is, with the track, so much wind, unable to put water down today. And so when you get in the outside edges, it's going to be skatey. If you're in the line, then you're going to have plenty of grip. But on the outside, different story. You've seen that on the approaches to some of these bigger jumps. And the landers as well. A lot of times you'll see in a corner somebody carrying too much speed. When they grab the brakes, instead of kind of brake checking and rolling the corner, all of a sudden the back end skating out and they're going drift style through the turn. That's not the fast way around. 7:45 in, 37:15 remaining on the clock now. First row of fuel stops should be coming up on us now. Mayfield a 40.069. He's on a 69 lap, 45.30. Cavalieri in the 2 spot. Cody King, another 5.8 back. Jared Tebow then 7/10 behind. Warnemont, 2.8 back. Then Savoya, Wheeler, Moeller, Tessman, Mike Truey, Drake, Fenn, Fisher, Boots, and Rodriguez. Ty Tessman right now 2.2 back from Moeller. Moeller is 8th. 2 behind Wheeler. Wheeler 5 back from Warnemont. Warnemont 6th. He's 3.7 back from Savoya. Savoya 8 back from Tebow. Tebow right on the back door of King from Cavalieri. Mayfield with a big advantage of 13 seconds plus over the field. Now Cody King makes a little mistake, and it's Tebow that gets by. 8:45 in, 36:15 remaining on the clock. I'm looking down to Ty Tessman in 8th. He's picked up a couple spots now, and he is 8th. So 8th place and 3 back from Moeller. And as I start to look through the field, you can see Tessman kind of creep back in this one. And Cavalieri now moves back to 3rd with Tebow, moving up into the top 2. So Tebow seems to be maybe the fastest guy on the track in the last maybe 3 to 4 minutes. Ryan Mayfield, 38.8 that time by. His fast lap of a 37.7 is second quick to only Elliott Boots out of 37.6 on lap number 4. Mayfield and Cavalieri top 2. We're looking for Cavalieri back through the line. Maybe a rough lap here. 44.7. Tebow 41.7. So Cavalieri maintains that top 2 spot here. Tebow and then Cody King a 45 flat. He's 7 back from Tebow. Tebow in for fuel and back out and away again. Savoya is 6. Josh Wheeler, then Mike Truey, Drew Muller, Ty Tessman. All with fuel, I imagine, the last few laps. 9:55 and coming up on 10 in and 35 to go. 10 minutes in, 35 remaining on the clock now. Mayfield trying to pull down another championship. He's won about everything out there, and he's won the Nitro Challenge before, but everybody likes a multi-time champion. Through that left side, over the step-up section, Cavalieri leading the way over Jared Tebow by 8 seconds. So Tebow's got a lot of work to do, and Dakota Fenn kicks it off the hay bale over there on the left side, step up. Fenn in the orange and blue Losi. I've got Associated top 2. Kyosho, Durango, and then X-Ray in the top 5 with Savoya at the wheel there. And Cody King sitting 6. Josh Wheeler just 4 back in the X-Ray. Adam Drake in the Losi. Ty Tessman hot bodies. And Drew Muller with the Kyosho. And it's Truey, Fenn, Fisher, Boots, and Rodriguez. We've got 11 in, 34 to go. Tebow, a little bit of a whip here on the front side. And there is Wernemont. Wernemont with Cody King right on him. We'll kind of focus in there for a bit. Carson Wernemont in 4th, and now Wernemont kind of skates sideways coming down the hill there, and Cody King gets by. So just as we're looking in that area, Cody King moving in to that number 4 position now, and he'll set his sights now on Tebow, who's going to be about another 4.5 seconds ahead. Mayfield through the front side step-up section. Goes triple. Down the center of the lane there through the rollers, through the hairpin. Now a little problem there. He gets off track, casing that first double in on the 5-pack. Mayfield downsiding. Sets it up onto the top shelf there. Left to right blast. Makes the turn, kind of squares it up. Not enough juice though. He cases. He got lucky there early in the race. He does it again. Mayfield 39.8. Not a fantastic lap, but he does have a big advantage. Cavalieri is going to be by in the number 2 slot. There's Cav. 38.2. He's 10 behind. So Mayfield with a big advantage up 10 seconds here as we hit the 12-minute, 15-second mark. Tebow 3rd. Cody King then another 4 back. Savoya then 3 behind. Tebow 12 behind Cavalieri. Mayfield started from 2nd and moved up on the very first lap. Cavalieri started 7th, and he has worked his way up into the top 2 and stayed there for the last several minutes. Jared Tebow went all the way from 1st to 15th before moving back into the top 3. And he is now 12 seconds back from Cavalieri. Renaud Savoya, another 8 seconds back. Carson Wernemont, 6/10 behind. Josh Wheeler, 2.6 behind. Then Cody King, 6/10. Tessman, 8. And you have to continue to wonder what are tires going to do over the duration of this event. Now, this is the first time that I remember in the Nitro Challenges that I've been running where the track was just absolutely dry the whole day during the main event. So what is tire wear going to do? I don't know if these pro guys can gauge like they have in years past when the track is starting out at least a little bit moist, and especially at night. The moisture stays in the track, whether it's at the Nitro Pit or here at Fear Farm RC Raceway. And so a little bit different conditions. And I'm saying all this because I just have this feeling like, you know, a guy that's back in 6th or 7th right now isn't exactly out of this race, even though Cavalieri back by 11, Tebow back by another 12, Mayfield leading out over 3rd place by 24, over Josh Wheeler by 35. You never know what's going to happen. If somebody's tires go away and somebody picks up the pace, they can eat up a lot of time in 20 or 30 minutes. And right now we've got 31 to go, 31 minutes remaining here in race number 28, our final race of the event. Mayfield, you saw that right on the right side there. He was side by side with King. Could have taken that double, and right at the last instant, just brake checks on the triple. He's got that big advantage. When you have that lead and nobody's really pressuring you, then you have the freedom to do that. Mayfield, though, looks like he's catching King again through the right side and coming back to the front. King, a huge whip. Mayfield nice and level, and Mayfield back to the inside. A lot of corner speed there. Up on the top shelf. Curls it back around through that roller coaster section. Left to right, Up over the step up. Watch it front. Now we're good. So with Mayfield leading out by about 10 seconds or so, Jared Tebow another 11 seconds back. I'm going to focus in here on a battle for fourth place. Josh Wheeler and Renaud Sevoya, then Carson Wernemont, Cody King. That's fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. Those guys are going to be coming through the front side. Bad landing here with the X-ray for Sevoya. And he gives up a spot now to Wheeler, not in his signature black and yellow, but in white trim. Kind of a white fade in the X-ray. Wheeler in through that 5-pack section with the white rims and the white wing. Josh Wheeler stepping up onto the top shelf. So we're going to watch everybody come back through the line here. Dakota Finn comes in for fuel. Wheeler comes in for fuel. So Josh in, 15 back from Tebow. So with Josh in and Sevoya staying out, Sevoya now regains that number 4 position. Wheeler now has fuel though. And we'll see when Sevoya comes in for fuel. Through the front side step-up section here, Mayfield maybe content to sit there behind Sevoya for a bit. Sevoya gets out of shape. Renaud Sevoya, that's our leader right there. And now Mayfield finally gets by with Sevoya making a mistake in the 5-pack. Coming up on 16:20 in, and our second round of fuel stops should be happening very, very shortly now. Front side, watch out. Tebow avoids carnage and lives to race another lap. So that's a good thing. Jared Tebow 8 back from Cavalieri. And I had a car upside down right before the step-up section. He saw it right at the last instant. Kind of swerved right, got up on the pipe, so it'll cost him some time, but no breakage. And he's got plenty of time to make up that distance that he just lost. Here's your overall as we come up on 17 minutes in and 28 to go. Ryan Mayfield leading the way by 12 now over Cavalieri. Jared Tebow another 14 seconds back in third. So pretty good separations there from first to second, second to third. Renaud Sevoya is fourth. Here comes Sevoya in the yellow and orange. 44.3 that time by. He's 19 back from Tebow. Josh Wheeler then, 3.7 back from Sevoya in fifth. Cody King going to be coming by the line. And there is Cody. Nope. Still looking for Cody, so Cody King might be off the track. So it looks like problems. Cody King is dropping. He is now all the way down to 10th. So that moves everybody up. Here we go. Josh Wheeler, 5th. Ty Tessman now 6th. He's 7 back from Wheeler. Carson Wernemont a half second behind. Adam Drake then 1.4 back. Mike Truey 7 behind. Dakota Fend another 9 back. That's the top 10. Mayfield comes in for fuel and fires it back out. So a clean stop. And running loose out there with plenty of distance between himself and second place Mayfield. Working the lead out of Mesa. $18.30 in now, 26:30 to go. 18:30 in and 26:30 remaining. Sevoya fourth. Josh Wheeler 3.3 back. Then Tessman 6 back from Wheeler. Carson Wernemont trying to give Tessman some heat on the backside. Looked like Tessman didn't get under power on the back straightaway, and Wernemont was right up on him. And now it's Tessman bringing it in. So Tessman comes in, gored up on the blocks, fuel going in, and back down and away. Ty Tessman, your winner last night in Pro Truck, but he's got a lot of work to do, and he's probably going to need some help from some other players here if he's going to make it into the number 1 position and go back-to-back years sweeping the pro classes. Going to be super difficult at this point because I've got some separations now. Mayfield now 7 up after that fuel stop. Cavalieri now 44.4 that time by. Mayfield 37.7 the lap after his fuel. Cavalieri 38.8 that time by for Cav. Jared Tebow 39.2 on lap number 28. Cody King back out on the track again, but he's fallen all the way down to 13th. Coming up on 19:45 in, 25:15 to go. There's Tebow by the line. He is 17 back from Cavalieri. So Associated drivers 1 and 2 and trying to move away from the rest of the pack. Tebow in the Kyosho, Savoya in the X-Ray, Josh Wheeler another X-Ray. So top 5 has 2 X-Rays in there. Carson Warnemont in the Durango running top 6 right now. Ty Tessman then 7 back from Warnemont. Adam Drake 1.2 back from Tessman. Tessman in the hot bodies, Drake in the low C, Truey in the low C, Moeller in the Kyosho, Fend in the low C, Fisher in the low C, and then King Boots and Rodriguez. 17 seconds was the deficit from Tebow to Cavalieri, and now a 48.5 from Cavalieri drops him way down, and now it's only 6.5 the difference between Cav in second to Tebow in third. So Tebow maybe seeing a little light at the end of the tunnel, trying to make a little run up now on Cavalieri. That's the problem. If you don't have somebody to pace you, sometimes you kind of fall off. Don't know how hard to push. And Tebow has been back from Cavalieri by 17, so really losing sight. But right now I've got Cavalieri through the front side step-up section. And here comes Tebow with that blue front end up onto the step-up as well. And now it's Drake that has a problem with the front side step-up section. 21-20 in, 23-40 to go. Mayfield, Cavalieri, Tebow, top 3. Renault, Savoya, and then Wheeler. Rounding out the top 5. 1.7 back is Wheeler from Savoya. Savoya in the orange with the yellow trim. And then the all white this time for Josh Wheeler working into the 5-pack. There's Savoya, double-double single. Double-double single there for Josh Wheeler. Savoya using that outside line, one of the very few drivers that I see do that here in this pro final. Savoya sending back to the front. 39 flat that time by. And for Josh Wheeler, 39 flat. So matching lap times there for those two as they battle for 4th. Carson Warnemont is 6th right now. He has 7 back from that battle between Savoya and Wheeler. Ty Tessman now 5 back from Warnemont. Then it's Moeller, Drake, and Truey, a 3-way battle. 8th, 9th, and 10th. Backside, watch the backside. And that's where that battle is. By the front line here, side by side, a couple of TLR stablemates, Adam Drake and Mike Truey up on that top left side. Through the little peristyle there, coming through the roller coaster section. Oh, and a little roll over there from, that was Truey. Balanced it up on 2 wheels and it fell back on all 4. Did not need Marshall help, but that allows Drake to pull out a little bit, and he's got a half a 5-pack on him now. Drake just barely makes it over, a little wheel wiggle just to kind of, no one coming down the front side. You got time, still nobody here. We're all clear on the front side. So we're past the halfway point, 23 minutes in and 22 to go. Drake by the line, but he's back in 9th right now, 4 behind Drew Moeller, who's 9 behind Tessman. And Tessman 8 behind Warnemont. Warnemont 6 behind Savoya. Savoya now 2.4 back from Wheeler. So Wheeler winning the battle right now for 4th. Savoya back to 5th. And Wheeler 25 back from Tebow. Tebow 5.4 back from Cavalieri after a 38.2 from Cavalieri and a 37.7 from Jared. And then Cavalieri 15.6 back from Ryan Mayfield. Mayfield with J Concepts, Reedy Power, Sidewinder, and of course team associated with their RC 8.2 on the hands of Mayfield and Cavalieri. And they are running 1-2 right now. Jared Tebow another 5 back. Mayfield making his way past traffic here. Just to kind of recap what happened on lap number 1, if you're joining us late, starting on the back right side, it was Tebow from the pole and Mayfield in the 2 spot. They went through the right side cleanly. Cavalieri, a little mistake there. He's upside down, needs Marshall help. But it was Tebow on lap number 1 on the right side, looking good. Mayfield right there. Coming down the front side rhythm section, it was Tebow. Give a little wheel wiggle. Mayfield kept it in straight. Through turn number 1, Mayfield set up for the inside pass made a huge run and just sent. And I don't think they really touched, but Tebow went upside down and ended up right in the dead area. Marshall could not get all 14 cars, had to go by before Tebow could get marshaled. And so he had to come from dead last. So Mayfield made a statement early on, wanted to get to point, wanted to have free reign. And since then, he's just been cruising, leading out by as much as 15 or 16. Tebow in the number 2 spot now, getting past Cavalieri by 5. We've got 25:30 in and 19:30 to go. 25:30 in, 19:30 remaining in this one here. Ryan Mayfield on a 69-lap, 45:30 pace. Tebow on a 68-lap, 45:29. What that tells me is that if Mayfield continues out this clip, that it will be about a 1-lap advantage on the field as we get to the closing seconds. And as we know, when that time fires off, everybody will be done at the line. And so if Mayfield's already working his lap and everybody gets caught, then Mayfield at that point could throw his radio into the stands and walk away, and he'll still be the champion. Jared Tebow in the 2 spot, 21 back. Ryan Cavalieri another 4.5 behind. Josh Wheeler and then Renaud Savoyan, Ty Tessman and Carson Wernemont battling there. And it's now Wernemont who plays chase on Tessman. Through the triple section and moving on to that backside through the rollers, right to left. Through the 180 and the 5-pack. Tessman goes single, double, single, single. And Wernemont was more double, double, single. On to the backside they go, Tessman and Wernemont. Wernemont trying to carry some speed. Onto the front side, and here we are by the line. Tessman 39-1, 38-7 from Wernemont. Cavalieri 4.3 back from Tebow. And now upside down coming out of pit lane. So Cavalieri fires out of pit lane after fuel. And he goes upside down in turn number 1. Wow, roof slide for Mayfield here. Coming over this front side double. Looks like he cased it, went straight upside down. Mayfield through the step-up section here. Tebow due at the line, and there he is, a 40.1. 18, that's 1/8 seconds between Mayfield to Tebow. Cavalieri in the number 3 slot. We'll see what, with his fuel lap, how far back he is now from Jared. And Cavalieri at 49.9 with fuel and a mistake, and he's 14 back from Tebow. And it's Mayfield with 32 seconds on 3rd place. Savoya now back in the 4th, a 39.9. Wheeler, a 44.6, so maybe fuel that lap for Wheeler on lap number 40. And Savoya, we might be looking for him in pit lane soon. 1 second back to Wheeler, then Wernemont 3.9 back. Tessman and now 9/10 back. We just were following Tessman when he was leading out over Carson, but Carson in the Durango now gets the better of him. And here goes Tebow out of pit lane, so Tebow now has fuel. Cut that gap to 16. And Tebow right behind Wernemont, not on the clock, but on the track, and looks like Tebow's got some traffic in front of him. Working into the 5-pack. Watch out, guys. Going to have one of the leaders right on you here. And now a little mistake there from Savoya, and that's going to give Wheeler some room, and Wheeler gives Tebow room to get by in the inside. Now Wheeler, a little mistake there. He's upside down. So Wheeler goes upside down with the X-ray on the backside. Jared Tebow on the right side. Watch the right side. Now we're clear. So Tebow upside down and vulnerable, but he gets righted, and he still rides in that number 2 spot. But he is now 27 away from Mayfield. So we were just talking about how there were 32 seconds from Mayfield to 3rd. Well, now there's 27 seconds from Mayfield to 2nd. So Mayfield continues. So I don't want to say dominate, but I mean, can you not say that? And now a problem maybe for Tebow. So Tebow is just off track in the wrong area. We thought maybe he had a problem, but he does not. But back to Mayfield. Don't want to say that he's dominating at this point because we have only gone in 29 minutes and 30 seconds. We still have a ton of this race to go. But I guess what I can say is that Mayfield will probably feel like the race has gone his way to this point. And I think what's important about that is when you have this big advantage, you can do the little things. You can check up when you need to. You don't have to push. You don't have to scrap. You just let the track kind of run its course and let the clock tick away. And with a 27-second advantage, Mayfield looking smooth out there through the backside. Roller, roller, roller. Now into the 5-pack. He goes double, double. Gently lands into that last single. Clears the ski jump section into the option. Taking that inside line, jumping onto the back straightaway, blasting down. He really slows down and squares off that turn, coming onto that right side. And that's because of that big advantage that he has. So Cavalieri and Tebow keep going back and forth, and that's probably the best place for our eyes to be looking now. With Mayfield out front by a lot. Watch the backside, Wheeler, watch the backside. A couple of the leaders right there together battling. So Cavalieri gets the worst of that. He had taken back that 2 spot, but now Tebow gets it back, as it was Josh Wheeler with the X-ray having some problems there in the 5-pack section. That kind of held him up a little bit. Tebow back to the front side. Now a little mistake. He lands on all 4 on the inside. And both these kids with the Ryan power moving up onto the top shelf on the left. Mayfield and then Tebow and Cavalieri right now connected by about 10 feet. Up over the step-up section on the right side, triple. Cavalieri with Associated. And Tebow, of course, with Kyosho. And a little case right there in the ski jump section for Tebow. But he gets away with it. Moving on to the right side. You can see those guys when they're battling. And now Cavalieri goes tumbling right. But that battle is within 10 feet, about a lap ago, and sparks are flying on the front side. 31:45 in, 13:15 to go. Just 13:15 remaining here in race number 28. The last one that we'll be running here in the Dirt Nitro Challenge, the 14th annual event here. Thanks again to Joey Christensen, Aaron Webb. They've been here for about a month getting everything in order. And they've done an absolutely fantastic job. They were thrown into a mess when rain came on Wednesday, practice day. Nothing but gray skies and rain on the backside, a problem there. And I believe that was King or Cavalieri on the backside was King. So he tumbles it over. Mayfield 39-2. He's on a 69 lap, 45:37. And now Tebow on a 67 lap, 45:03. So now Mayfield should have a lap by the time we get to about the 3-minute mark by my calculations. Mayfield, Tebow, Cavalieri, Savoyard, and Wernemont. Tessman now 4.6 back from Carson. Carson Wernemont in the Durango. What a good run for Carson. And when earlier today I was talking about that open class and about how those guys that are super fast in open, how all of a sudden a few years later you look at them and they're like, oh yeah, A-main every single time, A-main guy in pro. Well, Wernemont was that guy. I remember the red and white. Kyosho back a few years ago. And now running red and white still, but for Team Durango. So Wernemont with a stellar run here. Savoyard top 5. Ty Tessman is just 2/10 back, so Tessman continues to pull. Mayfield now getting a lap on 3rd place. And there is only one driver now. He's on the front stretch that is not a lap behind Ryan Mayfield. 11:15 to go. 33:45 in and 11:15 remaining here. Mayfield with Team Associated, a 41-1 that time by. Tebow a 38-9. Cavalieri now 10 back from Tebow. So Mayfield essentially 10 seconds from a lap on the field. But he's got to run the whole thing out. It's sure gone his way. From that very first lap with that nice threading the needle move on Jared Tebow. .34:20 in, coming up on our 10-minute 30 mark here shortly. 10-minute 30 to go. Mayfield, Tebow, Cavalieri, Wernemont, Renault, Savoyard, top 5 right there. So no real changes except for Wernemont trying to move further up onto the backside of Cavalieri. Savoyard 2.3 back from Carson, and Ty Tessman now 2.2 of a second back from Savoyard. Mayfield trying to get by some traffic. Looks like Cavalieri got his lap back. Moving off that right side. Now right there is a perfect illustration. You saw that white vehicle right there of Josh Wheeler. He was eating up Mayfield on the far right corner, and the reason is that far right corner might be the trickiest place on the track because you're blasting down the back straightaway left to right. And I'm explaining this for the live RC crew. You're blasting down the straightaway left to right. The pipe starts to turn in and move back towards the driver's stand gradually. So you visually think that you can carry a ton of speed, but then it starts to close off and turn back even further. And at the same time, if you're not squared up, you're going to go way wide and send into the fence. So Mayfield, knowing that that's the tricky area, is kind of checking up and taking it easy because he's got such a huge lead. Well, in traffic, everybody else is going for broke, and it's dangerous. Ryan show coming into pit lane and firing back out. Right now, it's Jared Ryan. A little Jared sandwich going on right here through the front side. Let's just check out right there, Mayfield and Cavalieri, and see where the differences are. Watch out in the 5-pack. Watch out in the 5-pack. So Mayfield associated, Cavalieri associated. Mayfield Reedy and Cavalieri Orion. Mayfield J Concepts and Cavalieri, AKA, formerly with Proline. And then Sidewinder. So tires are different, power plant's different, same platform. We'll see what's going on through the triple section. I just kind of want to see if Mayfield continues to pull away from Cavalieri. If Cavalieri tries to stay with him here. Little mistake in the 5-pack. So Mayfield smooth and Cavalieri with a mistake. And you see Mayfield gaps a little bit further. Down the back straightaway they go. And where it was within 10, 15 feet earlier, and I'm talking about earlier, a little mistake now at the start-finish line for Mayfield. No harm, no foul. Down the front side he goes. Richard Saxon and Jake Thayer cheering him on each and every lap down the front side. 37-20 in, 7:40 to go. Mayfield, Thibaut, Cavalieri, Wernemont, Savoyard, top 5. Wernemont on a 66-lap, 45:04, 4.6 back then to Savoyard. Wernemont 20 back from Cavalieri. Cavalieri 16 back from Thibaut. Thibaut working through the line there with a 45.4. He's 28 back from Mayfield. 7:15 to go. So anybody that fuels at this point can make it the rest of the way home. Back in the pack, Tessman is 6. He's 9 back from Savoyard. Adam Drake is 7. Josh Wheeler is 8th. He's 9 back from Drake. Mike Truey then 6 back from Wheeler. Drew Moeller in the top 10, 11 back from Truey. And then it's Fisher and Cody King still working the track. Dakota Fend, Elliott Boots, Dylan Rodriguez off the track early. We've got 6:45 to go. 6 minutes, 45 remaining here. Savoyard, bad landing on the front. Watch out on the front side. Watch out on the front side, double. And now that's clean. So we're good to go on the front. No problems here. 6:30 to go now. 6 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. 25.8 the lead for Mayfield. Thibaut and then Cavalieri now 9 back from Thibaut. So I think Cavalieri catching Thibaut a little bit here as we hit about 6:15 to go. Last year, Tessman, Robbers, Thibaut 3rd, Drake and Lutz, and Thibaut with a little mistake there. And he's going to lose a little bit more time. And so where is Mayfield? Mayfield coming out of the 5-pack and up over the ski jump section here. Still has some work to do to make that lap on the field. Thibaut is the closest thing. Watch out top side, top side. Josh Wheeler gets turned around a little bit right there. Mayfield, Thibaut, Cavalieri now just 3.7 back from Thibaut. But last year, Tessman your winner. Robbers, Thibaut top 3. Thibaut right now running top 2. Then Drake, Lutz, Runafout. Mayfield was back in about 7th last year in the final. Before that, Mayfield has won multiple times here, Nitro Challenge titles. Will he add one today? He's about 5 minutes away from doing so. But you got to run this whole thing out. It is 45 minutes, and it is the Nitro Challenge. Definitely not, as Travis says, the Nitro Easy. Through the front side, the professor is MIA here at the Nitro Challenge, so do not know what Jesse's up to these days, but he's just not up to the Nitro Challenge. Wow, cutting that corner a little bit close was Mayfield that time around. Mayfield working on the right side. Through the line here, 39-4. 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go now. 4:20 remaining on the clock, and even though the windows are closed here in the announcer's booth because it is a bit chilly outside, and even though there's a ton of cars with these noisy little B engines roaming around the track, every single lap now, I've got Mrs. Mayfield screaming on her son, Ryan. Perry down there as well. And I imagine that place is going to erupt. Pit lane will erupt. A lot of these fans around here will erupt as well, as he is homegrown talent. Ryan Mayfield, Flying Ryan with Team Associated, working the lead right now. Jared Tebow in the number 2 slot with Cavalieri, another 2.9 back from Tebow. And now Drake broken off. So that is his day. Battle developing here. Tessman, 2.5 back from Savoya. And then Cavalieri maybe trying to put Tebow back into third again, just like last year. Cavalieri in through turn number 1 and through the step-up section. Tebow, the Kyosho, through the step-up on the front side now. Cavalieri coming through the same section. Last time by, Tebow 38.9, Cavalieri 39.2. 3 seconds between the two. 42 in and 3 to go. 42 in and 3 remaining on the clock now. For this race, to this point, it's been Mayfield still trying to step away from the field and taking triple on that right side. But this last lap, he shorts it up a little bit and goes double single. We'll see if he does that for the next 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Down the front line, there is Mayfield. Signature colors there, moving on the left side now through the step-up section. Pink, blue, and silver. When I think of Mayfield's car, that's what comes to mind. You see it on Neo Buggy, on liverc.com, and all the magazines, everywhere you look. Very, very popular driver right here out of Arizona. Ryan Mayfield with Team Associated. J Concepts. Jason Rona with J Concepts here to support the race and his drivers. So Jason has seen plenty of these, but I don't know. I'd still be on pins and needles. Doesn't matter if I've had 100 championships, which I'm sure he's had 1,000. But this one is special. This is the Daytona of RC. It's kind of fitting that the Daytona 500 went off today at the same time that the Dirt Nitro Challenge finishes out. And Pro Buggy right now just 1 minute 30 away, with Ryan Mayfield leading the way. Jared Tebow in the 2 spot. Ryan Cavalieri now 2.7 back from Tebow. .43-45 in, just 1:15 to go. Leader checks up, singles through that right side. Now down the front, there is Mayfield. Mayfield by the line with 1:05 to go. Through the step-up section, through the left, back to the roller coaster section. The Mayfield still cheering him on through the front side. Mayfield goes double, nose goes way down. He stabs the throttle to try to level it out, and he was able to just ride that thing out and not go over. Through the 5-pack section, still double, double, single. Goes single, single route now on the ski jump. 40 seconds to go. Mayfield onto the back straightaway here. Tebow on his lid, and Cavalieri gets by. So now it's Associated top 2, followed by the Kyosho, Jared Tebow. A little mistake right there. And as Mayfield gets by the line and down the front straightaway with 25 seconds to go, will it be a victory lap for Mayfield? Mayfield working on the left side, coming up onto the front side step-up section with 15 to go. So this will be his first or his last lap, I should say. Mayfield will not get by for another. T-Bone Cavalieri battling it out for the number 2 slot. 3 seconds, 2. That is time, and as we come to the line, if Mayfield makes it before Tebow, he's your winner. Ryan Mayfield working lap number 68 on the right side. Mayfield coming to the line, and it's a win for Ryan Mayfield, a repeat champion again here for Team Associated, for Sidewinder, for J Concepts, for Reedy. Ryan Mayfield with family here cheering him on, and Team Associated going nuts right now, and a lot of Arizona as well, as their hometown hero has taken down another Nitro Challenge Championship, and it's in the big boy class, Pro Buggy. Jared Tebow hangs on and takes that second spot from a hard-charging Ryan Cavalieri. Then Carson Warnemont, an excellent run there in 4th. Renault Savoya in the top 5. Tessman, Truey, Moeller, Wheeler, Fisher top 10, and that's the first time in 4
third, right? You got second, you got third. Okay. All right, Jason Rona here in the J Concepts Pit Report. We got Ryan Mayfield, your winner. Jared Tebow, second place. Ryan, we're going to start here with Jared. He's in the second place. Jared, you TQ'd. Crazy first lap. You had to come way back. Tell us how the race went for you.
Yeah, it was horrible. Just my engine was just running really bad. It was just running on like crazy, and it was doing it in the warm-up, and it was doing it again in the main, and just I did this front double, and I was just trying to pump the brakes, and it just got out of control, and you know, couldn't really save it. So yeah, it was a struggle the whole race. I got in a decent groove there in the middle, but it was just really hard to drive. So I'm excited to finish second. That was good.
Yeah, absolutely. Ryan, you won this race before. It's been a little while. You had a breakage last year, but now you're back. Tell us about this win.
It feels awesome. You know, I just came into the main, no real expectations, just knew what I needed to do. And, you know, Jared got a little squirrely on the first lap, and I just, you know, I was trying to avoid him. I thought I hit him over there, but once that happened, I just, you know, put my nose down and just said, all right, you keep this thing on all 4 and you can do it. So I battled with Elliott for a little bit. He was super fast, but I kind of knew that, you know, the track creates mistakes. So if I can just get in a rhythm, you know, it's all good. Luckily, he made mistakes. And then from there, I just, you know, buckled down, hit my lines. And, man, I'm pumped, man, to do it in front of my parents. I've never been to a Nitro race, to win in front of them. My girlfriend's here, you know, for you, J-Ro. We did so much testing before Worlds, and, you know, I didn't pay off for that. But a lot of that I learned before that, we used it here. I ran the same tires from Worlds, the new metrics from J Concepts. And my car was pretty much dialed the whole time. You know, the track was gnarly. It was gnarly for everybody. And I just tried to minimize mistakes, which I crashed probably 32 times out there, but so did everybody else. So, no, it was good. It was an awesome race. I'm super pumped for, you know, all my companies. Thank you to all of them, Associated J Concepts, Reedy, LRP, and thanks to Live RC so everybody can watch. And, yeah, it's awesome. I'm pumped.
I mean, it was unreal. I mean, the beginning of that race when you're racing with Elliott, I mean, Elliott's, I mean, he was driving so hard. He was driving fast. And I know you made an adjustment. I mean, you're looking at the lap times I was, 37.6 for both of you in the race. Jared had a 37.6 as well in the middle of the race. And you turned some 37s in the middle. I mean, it looked like a struggle, but, I mean, you guys were hauling out there.
Yeah, I mean, Jared knows when you hit the lap, you're like, holy crap, that was an awesome lap. And it's fun when you hit it, but, man, when you have a struggle lap, it's like it just never ends. It just keeps piling on top of each other. So, yeah, racing with Elliott, he was super fast, but I just knew if I stayed consistent, you know, hope for mistakes, and that's what happened. And, yeah, it was not. That's the mains I like to race. I mean, I love to battle with these guys, but on this kind of track, I don't want to battle with anybody. I just want to do my own thing and cruise, and so it was good. I'm super happy.
Well, congratulations to Ryan, Jared. Congratulations to you. You want to give a shout out to your sponsors as well?
Yeah, thanks to everyone from Kyosho, Ryan, AKA, and Sidewinder Fuel and KO. And thanks to Live RC, everyone watching, and we'll try to get them the next one.
Good job, TQ in second place. We got the winner, Ryan Mayfield. Finally, with the J Concepts Pit Report, we get to report some great news for J Concepts. We got the win at the Dirt Nitro Challenge. We're going to go celebrate down here tonight and have a great weekend. And absolutely. And thanks, everybody, for watching here on Live RC with the J Concepts Pit Report.